Summary. A down-and-out cop lands the case of a lifetime when 4 suspects are nabbed in the assassination attempt of a journalist. The pursuit of it leads him to Paatal Lok and to shocking discoveries in the past of the 4 suspects. Creator, Sudip Sharma. Directors, Avinash Arun, Prosit Roy. Stars, Neeraj Kabi, Abhishek Banerjee. IMDB Rating, 9.2. In its attempt to produce a show on par with Netflix's Sacred Games, Amazon Prime might have unwittingly outdone itself. Paatal Lok is a stunning achievement on virtually every level, and despite all its similarities to the path-breaking Netflix series, it is also a cop show with mythological overtones. It is perhaps the most confident step in the evolution of Indian streaming since Amazon's own Made in Heaven. So put everything on pause, and let's dive in. Within the first few seconds of the pilot episode, Delhi police officer Hathi Ram tells his subordinate Ansari about the 3 loks and their distinctions. Swarg Lok, heaven, where the gods reside; in the middle there is the Dharti Lok, which is where men like Hathi Ram and Imran live, and at the bottom is the Paatal Lok, the hell from which vermin occasionally escape and wreak havoc above. Through the 9 episodes of the series, Hathram becomes the representation of Dharti Lok, and gets embroiled in a high-profile attempt to murder case that brings together the other 2 widely separated worlds, Swarg and Paatal. As he sinks further into the case, he will understand more about the systemic dance of power and oppression, regardless of gender, religion, caste and class, and how they align with crime and the system. Everything is connected, even though it may not seem so in the first 5 episodes. The plot of Paatal Lok is based on ex-Tehelka editor-in-chief Tarun Tejpal's book The Story of My Assassins. We are told right at the beginning that the attempted murder victim is reputed journalist Sanjeev Mehta. Hathram takes it upon himself to find out more about the 4 suspects in the case, while also trying to understand who hired them. His journey takes him to the interiors of Punjab, MP and Haryana, as he tries to uncover the nexus between heartland crime, caste and religion-based oppression, and vote bank politics. As we've seen in Sudip Sharma's previous work, most notably NH10 and Sanchariya, the writer-director is really adept at bringing out the disparity between the different Indias, the India of a big city like Delhi with rampant media and bureaucratic culture, and the India of a small town like Chitrakoot, where caste, crime and oppression go hand in hand. Hathram keeps going back to Chitrakoot as it holds the key to the backstory behind one of the suspects, Hathota Tyagi, Abhishek Banerjee. We are also told backstories of the other suspects, Tope Singh, a Dalit from Punjab with a heartbreaking origin story, Chini, a trans street dweller from Nizamuddin in Delhi who does seedy jobs to survive, and Kabir M, a driver who Delhi police has convinced is related to ISI and is sitting on a larger terrorist plot. Even though Hathram is at his wit's end in his thankless job, he becomes the underdog who must get to bottom of happenings in the series. As the trope goes, he is equally troubled, an alcoholic with fractured relationships with his wife Gul Panig and son. As he uncovers more about the case, the lists of murders increase. It becomes very clear that someone is watching Hathram and trying to eliminate any possible way of his getting to bottom of the case. The answers will come from the backstories of the suspects, and therein lies the core of Paatal Lok as well. Jaideep Ahlawat is the clear star of the show, and about time he got a series to shoulder. We've seen that he can do urban roles like in Dibakar Banerjee's Lust Stories short, and also gritty rural characters, like Shahid Khan in Gangs of Wasipur. Ahlawat stands right in front of a stellar cast, including Abhishek Banerjee, Neeraj Kabi, Rajesh Sharma, and Gul Panig, who plays a sometimes gullible, sometimes feisty homemaker, among others. Eventually it becomes clear that Paatal Lok suffers from too much being packed into every episode. Sometimes the tease works as you start to deconstruct in your head what symbols and glances and edits mean. But often, the plot becomes a bit too scattered, paying attention to arcs that could have easily been cut out, steamy affairs and unnecessary gore, and arcs that could do with a more in-depth look, the link between guerrilla crime gangs and politics in Chitrakoot, and how it's the hotbed for vote bank politics in North India, or the history of violence and oppression against a particular Dalit community in Punjab. The primary problem with Paatal Lok is that it is trying too hard to be too many things: a thriller, a social commentary, an edgy take on New India and its fault lines. The thrills can be seen mostly in the technical department, with crisp cinematography and post-production work. The social commentary bits are routinely thrown in your face, and whenever the show wants to be edgy or dark, either the stakes are raised with violence, or incessant swear words. And in the midst of all this, it never really becomes any of the above things.
What you can't fault Paatal Lok with is its attention to detail and its production value, credit of which goes to Anushka Sharma's Clean Slate Films.
For a debut web production, the show has a decent mix of familiar and fresh faces, and excellent world building. At several points during the series, I wanted to pause and take a break to soak it all in, but also found myself scratching my head to put the pieces together. To its credit, at the end of 9 episodes, enough curiosity had been built to want to watch season 2. If you like the video, then please like, share, subscribe and comment in the section below.